Hi, I'm Juan Riedinger, and this is my Urban Asian profile. I grew up in a tiny little town called Banff, which is in Alberta, Canada. I lived there all the way to the end of high school, and then I've been living in Vancouver for about 9 years. Now I'm living in LA. I realized that I wanted to be an actor in my third year of university. I took an acting class because I needed to fill an elective, and I'd never acted before in my life. We had to do monologues as our first assignment in the class. I didn't have any reservations about it, and I just went for it. And I just remember when I did that monologue, it spoke to me, like something opened up within me, and I really realized that this is what I should be doing, this is what I love. And it was at that moment, my whole life path changed, and I decided to go hardcore and pursue acting. I love LA. I've always had a fascination with this city. I get a sense that there's just something about this place where it's just opportunity is everywhere. And Vancouver's been great to sort of build my career and establish myself, but I feel like to take things to the next level, this is the place that I need to be.
Who would like to start us off? Anyone else? Calm down.
I am calm. And I'd very calmly like to talk about the monster that's hunting us.
Ted, we're not going to have that discussion. It's not good for group.
I agree. You know what else isn't good for group? A monster eating all our faces off.
All right, fine, thank you.
I saw it when it killed Susan.
I did too. It had big lobster claws.
No, it didn't.
Yeah, and it was an alien, like on X-Files.
Stop it! Stop helping! Listen to me! We're all dead!
That's enough!
I have done quite a bit of science fiction, and I think a lot of that has to do with the fact that I started my career in Vancouver, and that's the place that most science fiction is shot. It's kind of like the hub. I've had a great time on a lot of the shows that I've done, but I think my heart truly lies in dramatic films. I like stories that are based in reality because I feel like I personally can relate to them more, and I can explore characters on I guess a deeper level. First I wrote a short film, which was about a passion of mine, which is the game of poker. They always say, write what you know, and I feel like that is one thing that I know. I had a close friend of mine who approached me and offered to produce the project for me. We contacted some of the world's top poker professionals who did cameos. We shot in a casino location. Some of the scenes had over 50 extras. I've directed about a dozen short films since then, and to this day, that's still one of my proudest achievements. And the film has done really well, particularly in the poker community, because I think it portrays the game in a realistic way. I want to make a feature film, and that's kind of what I've been gearing up for. I haven't found my script yet. I'm too much of a perfectionist to commit to writing a feature-length film. That would take me 10 years to be satisfied. I met my lovely South Asian wife on a short film that she wrote and produced called Future Language of Slaves. She didn't want to cast me in the project. Lucky for me, the actor that she wanted didn't show up. I was next up to bat, and they gave me the call, and sure enough, I got to be a part of the project, and that's how I met my wife. Working on Grave Encounters was a lot of fun, actually. It was the first and only time I've ever worked in the found footage format. I'm too much of a skeptic to buy into the paranormal and that kind of thing. So even though we were filming in a really creepy abandoned mental institution, I never got too creeped out. I guess one time I decided that I was gonna wander away from everybody else and walk down a dark corridor by myself. It was scary, but it was my imagination. I swear to God, those sounds that I was hearing were all in my head. I refused to believe that there was anything paranormal happening. One character that really stood out to me was the character of Gray in a horror film on a dark and stormy night.
People crave chaos. It's what keeps us sane.
I played this deranged killer the morning after a Halloween party, and I was picking off the guests of this party one by one and hiding their bodies under tarps. It was really heavy makeup. I had to wear black paint in my hair and white paint on my face, and I decided that I wasn't gonna take the makeup off for the duration of the shoot. As the film progressed, his makeup would dissolve off his face and you'd see the man behind the mask. And so that's what happened when I would sleep in it. And so that was really cool because I felt like I just went there with that guy. I love playing poker. I don't know, it's just like the perfect game. And so to people who don't play poker, I'm sorry, but you won't get it. My favorite reality show is Survivor. Very well, because we were shooting really long nights and I was exhausted by the end of it. Dogs, hands down. Getting up in the morning and making a smoothie, having a coffee with my wife, looking for auditions, going to auditions. The only typical thing about my day is the coffee and the smoothie. Everything else is wild card. I think I would want to play Che Guevara in a film because I think that he is such a fascinating historical figure. I've been told that when I have my beard, I actually kind of look like the guy. I took out the garbage the other day. You can find me on Twitter at Juan Riedinger, or there's my website, www.juanriedinger.com. This was my Urban Asian profile. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Asian by association, because my wife is Asian. Are you gonna keep that?